With part 3 of Kenobi behind us, we are now halfway through the season. The return of Vader was both thrilling and a huge disappointment for me. In fact, that's how I would describe this entire episode. I enjoyed seeing the Imperials and hearing Kenobi describe how the Empire has transformed the Republic in just a decade. And I really like the relationship he's building with young Leia. It's been some of my favorite parts of the show thus far. The action is a bit underwhelming this time as Kenobi finds himself in a few uncivilized blaster fights. I thought the Inquisitors did well as background characters this time around because the show stealer was of course Lord Vader. I admit I loved seeing Vader on the screen once again. This was a furious Vader comparable to Rogue One, A New Hope, and even Empire, unlike his portrayal in a few of the recent comics. It's exciting to know that Hayden is in the suit and able to bring the Dark Lord back to life. Now, I enjoyed 80% of this episode, but the 20% that I didn't enjoy was substantial enough to leave me disappointed with the entire presentation. Firstly, the death of the Grand Inquisitor. I was okay with Reva dispatching him in episode 2 under the impression that he wasn't really dead, but they seem to confirm his death in this episode, and that for me is problematic. It completely alters the events of the Rebels show, effectively disrupting the continuity of this canon. Is it possible that the Grand Inquisitor from Rebels is a different Powin? I suppose. Is it possible that this Grand Inquisitor isn't dead? I suppose again. But then why bother in the first place? And secondly, the Vader-Kenobi encounter. I like the idea of Vader being on planet, sensing Kenobi, even torturing the locals to draw him out. That, I thought, was genius. It spoke to the scene in A New Hope when Vader said, "A presence I haven't felt since..." But the actual confrontation was pointless in my opinion. I told myself that I would be open to the two of them crossing blades if it served the story, if it built on the foundation that had been laid down. It did not. It felt to me more like it was done because it could be done, and not because it needed to be done. I did like the scene when Vader was trying to burn Kenobi in the fire. That vengeance felt appropriate, but would have been better served in the scene on the Death Star in my opinion. In any case, I'm still very much enjoying the series and look forward to what episode 4 will offer. Quinlan Vos or possibly the appearance of other Jedi. I'm anxious to know more about Reva's motivations. Hey, I stand with Moses because I do what I love, and I hope you love what I do. This has been a Rancorous Review. Until next time.